Good morning, is it from Zetster's Lab? Well, when you have no idea what you're doing, but loving it. That's me. So, yesterday I started this little painting. I started a painting on watercolor paper. And I saw this beautiful photo of a little girl and a dog sitting on the mountain hills and so on. So I started off with that. But I wanted to try it in ink, Parker ink, and my watercolors. Well, after about 5 minutes, I had enough of that. I was just frustrated and it didn't want to work, and it was not doing what I wanted it to do, so I just left it and walked away. Well, later in the evening, much later, I saw this beautiful scene, a picture of painting of a scenery, also in watercolors, and I thought, I'm going to try that. So back I went, and I continued on my painting, but the little girl and the bench and the dog, they all went away, and I started to play. And this was what emerged, that came to life. I mean, I just wet the whole piece of paper, made it very, very wet, add some more inks, lots of black ink, and then I just added some of this white. I added some white and found some watercolors that came from my hubby's art journey 40 years ago. I found that and I just started to play. All of a sudden, I didn't care what it is going to become. Isn't that awesome? The minute we just start to let go and just see where the painting is going to take us. So I added some salt, because somewhere I've read and a friend of mine told me with watercolors you add salt on the watery paints on the paper, and it makes this beautiful things. So yes, I got some salt, but fine salt I didn't have, and then I also had some thick pieces of pink salt and a little bit of salt, so I added that, and now you should see my texture. I got this wonderful texture due to all the salt. So as I was thinking about this morning when I woke up, I immediately came here into my little studio to see what happened, because I left this when it was still very hot, so not hot, wet, and I didn't know how it was going to go, especially with all the salt and everything on it. So I came here and I was blown away. And this picture really tells a story. It tells my story. You know, we got to start enjoying life, because the more I have no clue what I'm doing, the more I enjoy my art. And isn't it the same with life? We have no idea what we're doing in life. Yes, we can try our best, give it our all, blah, 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 but at the end we have absolutely no idea. Most of you have been our parents, now grandparents, and still we have no idea how we did it. And day by day we just did it. But the moral of this story is that's also life. I didn't know what I was doing, and in that I found my joy. I let go of fear of not knowing, fear of doing something wrong. I lost my fear while I was doing this. And the same with life. We got to lose our fear of, what if I do something wrong? What if it's not right? And that fear stops us from enjoying life, enjoying the process, the journey. This was a journey. I took a journey and let go of fear, not knowing where I was going, what's going to happen when I apply this, what's going to happen when I apply more ink. I even used some of my alcohol that I used in my alcohol paintings. I even sprayed some of that. I used some of my inks, stamp pad ink, that I bought very cheaply from a friend in a little shop. Now I'm green. So I used what I had in front of me to create this. And isn't it awesome? With our lives, we use what we have in this moment to do what we need to do. And at the end, we're going to create a magnificent painting, life. But knowing that we've been totally out of control, so we can just as well start to enjoy the journey, see life for what it really is. It's an adventure. But you know what? Adventures is not always fun. Adventures is not easy. Adventure is not a walk in the park. It's full of ups and downs. It's like a roller coaster. And that's our life. That's how it's gonna be, whether we want it like it or not. So the moral of the story is we can just as well start to enjoy it day by day, living life, looking at it as an adventure, not knowing what is going to come next. And we can either be fearful, not knowing what's coming next, or we can start to look at it as an adventure, because in my life presently, I have no idea what's coming next. And as fear is trying to get a hold of me, but this picture, by painting this yesterday, it is showing me clearly I've got a choice. Will I look at my life in fear, not knowing what to do, not knowing what's coming next? Or am I going to look at life as an adventure, because that is what it is? And today I choose to look at life as an adventure and live in this moment, do in this moment what I can do with what I have been given. That's all I can do. I can only live in this minute, use what I have been given, blessed with, and see where it goes. But I can see where it goes, look with anticipation, or I can look with dread and fear. And that is gonna make me miserable, because my life is gonna turn out as my life is gonna turn out. Whether I want it to turn out differently, that's beside the point. It's not gonna work like that. Look back on your life and see things did not turn out as you wanted. So where does that leave us? So this painting, the name is Dancing on the Mountaintop. This is my mountain. I can climb my mountain, my life, enjoy it, live it day by day, moment by moment. And while I'm climbing my mountain, take my time, look around, enjoy the scenery, the beauty, rest as I go, just taking it step by step, not fearing, not, we want to rush, we want to get onto the mountain, we want to get over this mountain, we want to conquer this mountain, and that's such a burden. Instead, just enjoy the journey. Wherever you may find yourself in this present moment, just find peace and joy, enjoyment. Use what you have create the beautiful life you want. But how do you do this? Minute by minute, day by day. So this is it. So this is my art journey, telling me everything about my life, telling me how, showing me how I need to live my life, minute by minute, finding joy in the midst, looking at life as an adventure, become like a little child again. A child just live its life in this moment, not fearing the outcome, not fearing tomorrow. And I don't say don't plan. Do what you need to do in this moment today, but don't live so much in the future that you miss the process, the journey. Because what's going to happen when you get to the top? You can either enjoy the journey getting to the top, or you can huff and puff and hate it every step of the way. And that's going to give you a miserable life. Or you can just walk your journey, whether it's uphill, downhill, wherever you may find yourself on this roller coaster that we call life, and just make peace with it and start to use whatever you may find around you, whether it's your garden, your house, whatever, and create something uniquely you. He said from Zetster's Lab, have a fantastic day. You can find all my art on my Facebook page, all the stories, because with me every picture tells a story. Whatever I do have a deeper meaning that I love to share. Whether people want to hear it or not, that's beside the point. I cannot help but sharing. I just have to share. So love you lots. See you again, and start to view life, your life, as the wonderful, unique adventure that it is. Nobody else can live your life. Nobody else can see it for the adventure that it is. Oh, and this is my top, my survey top, the one I just finished. I'm going with hubby into town. I'm the driver. He cannot drive yet, stick car. So I'm driving, and this is how I'm going into town with my new serviette top. And there's my serviettes are all lying there. Still got 2 lots left to create something beautiful with. Once again, create your life, make it beautiful by using what you have been given already. Because you've got what you need to create a beautiful moment right here, right now. Have a fantastic day. Zed from Zed.